Okay, this video is just for fun, bro. I love both of these artists, but it's just I was watching this video earlier, and it's a versus on who was better, X or my boy Juice World. Now I'm gonna keep 100. Even though I said versus, I'm not really gonna verse them against each other, but I do want to say they both impacted the industry and impacted the public eye on two different ways and on two different levels. So for like example, Juice World was really known mostly for his freestyles. His freestyles were extremely popular. They got some of the highest views because bro literally could freestyle his ass off. And he reminds me of myself, I ain't gonna lie, because you can tell by his style of how he freestyles that he literally just does that shit all day. Like that nigga when he was probably in the bathroom was just sitting on the toilet freestyling, thinking of shit. Cause I used to do that shit constantly, bro. I used to sit there and write shit all day from when I was like 17, I want to say, till I was like 23. I used to sit there and write shit all day. I would freestyle all day in my room by myself and shit. It was just like something to pass time. To the point where I was like super cold just like he was. You know what I'm saying? But I never got big on that shit. But I wanna, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I might share some shit like that on this channel. I might just freestyle for fun so y'all could just hear how I freestyle. That might be one of my future videos, bro. Just to give y'all something to watch when you get hella bored. But that was really what he was known for. He was known for his his freestyling was a big thing he was known for. And then his biggest song was what was it? I believe it was Lucid Dreams. Was that? I believe that was the name of the song. I didn't really listen to a lot of his mainstream songs. I listened to a lot of his like unreleased shit, like Meant to Be or what is it? The 30 Hours song he got, like the little Kanye freestyle, or what is that other song? You're not the boss of me now, and you're the boss of me. I listen to that one too. That's my shit. But I love the little maybe it wasn't meant to be. That should be slapping through the headphones. I ain't gonna lie. I do like Bad Boy though with freaking Young Thug though. That one slaps too. But he was more known for his freestyles, and then he was known for Lucid Dreams more. And then he was also known for his relationship a lot. Because in his songs, he constantly always talked about his relationship. He always talked about Lottie. Ali Lottie, or however the fuck you say her name. So he was really known for that shit. But bro was hella big. You know what I'm saying? But that's mostly what he was known for right there. But X was known for being a dude who was really into talking to his fans. This nigga would talk very deeply with his fans. He would be online all day doing Instagram live streams and shit. Sadly, you only see a few of them, but he had more than the amount that it shows on YouTube. Like, he had other ones and shit. He used to go on, like, Periscope back in the day, too, when he was, like, 16, 17 and shit. But bro used to really sit there and talk to his fans, make videos about his fans, update his fans, and he used to talk about all his emotions, all of them. He talked about the good, the bad, and the ugly, like the old school cowboy movie from back in the day, the old Western. He would talk about his good feelings. He would talk about his bad feelings, songs like Sad and Bad. He would talk about his ugly feelings. Freaking, I talked to the devil in Miami, and he said everything would be fine. I mean, he literally would sit there and tell you everything he was feeling. He told you that he was into the occult shit. Like, he straight up told you that shit. He told you about his demonic shit, but he also was into like the Master Key System, the universal laws. He was into telling all his feelings to people. He loved talking to people. He loved expressing his emotions and trying his best to explain his emotions to everybody. And he did want people to feel better about themselves. X felt like a full human, and it felt like we genuinely knew him. So that was mostly his appeal. I do like his songs, and he did have them big mainstream songs like "Look at Me," you know what, man? Can't keep my dick in my pants. Like he, you know what I'm saying? He had that, but it was really like, it was more like you liked what he would say. You were curious to see what he would say and what he would do. And he even said that he used to do that shit on purpose. I know he read the 48 Laws of Power. Like, he had to have read that shit because he was doing a lot of the traits from that book. But he liked being mysterious, but also being talkative. You know what I'm saying? He was a walking contradiction. He even said multiple times that he would contradict himself. You know what I'm saying? But he knew how to how to talk, he know how to speak, he know how to articulate himself extremely well. He was an Aquarius, so I mean it is what it is. Me and him were born on the same day, so it's like I kind of relate to him a little bit because of that. So rest in peace to him. But I love both of them, and I listen to both of them. But the energy that Juice had, the energy that drew me to him, was his freaking freestyles and some of his songs. But I listen to more of his freestyles more than I listen to his songs. You know what I'm saying? And what drew me to X was the fact that X was so freaking interesting and would talk about so many different topics and didn't really hide anything. Like, bro just told you pretty much everything. You know what I'm saying? He had songs where he talking about freaking doing some wild ass shit. I ain't gonna repeat it for this channel, but X had some good shit. It was like I liked him because he felt like a human being. He felt like a full human being. I'm gonna talk about that more on my freaking dating channel too, about how men don't really feel like full human beings sometimes. They feel like they're kind of just one part, like 1/5 of a human being sometimes. But yeah, that's why X was so interesting. It's like we knew that he read the Master Key System. We knew he studied the universal laws. We know that he studied the 48 Laws of Power because he used to do a lot of this stuff from the 48 Laws of Power. We know that he was into the occult things, and if you actually the occult, and you can actually look up the video, and his mom actually shows his personal library, so you get to see the books that he was into. He studied everything. He studied like zodiac signs. You know, he studied you know, like religion, metaphysics, all types of stuff. He only talked about certain stuff, but he studied a lot of stuff, which doesn't surprise me because Aquarius like to read books. We like to read hella shit. That's just how we are, bro. We be so interested in shit, you know. And we like to read interesting stuff, and we like to continuously, you know, have these deep conversations with people. And we're very open to talking to anybody. That's why he would talk to people that he low-key didn't fuck with, but he would still talk to them about stuff. You know what I'm saying? Very unique individual, and he liked to dress how he wanted to dress and stuff like that. And everything he did had a meaning to it, even if people didn't 100% understand it. Everything he did had a meaning to it. So he had a very attractive energy that drew you to him. Like his energy that drew you to him was him feeling like a full human being and feeling like he's sharing everything with you. You know, he shared his depression, his anxiety, his thoughts of suicide. He shared a lot of that with you. You know what I'm saying? In, you know, in his interviews and shit. Juice did the same in his songs. He talked about that stuff. But you know what's strange is the energy still felt different. It was like Juice's music, depending on what songs you listen to, will have you sitting there staying depressed all day. You know what I'm saying? X would talk to you about the problems he went through, and it didn't make me feel depressed. I think he was very good with like his beat selection, because even when his songs were sad, they're still like catchy, and you still kind of, you know what I'm saying? They're still like catchy songs. Versus Juice WRLD's music, where it feels like his songs are drenched in a sauce of depression, emotion, and sadness. Versus X's songs, where it's like it can be drenched in that as well, but it's more catchy and catches the ear. And his songs weren't that long. He knew what he was doing. X knew exactly what he was doing. I mean, most of his songs are only like a minute and a couple of seconds long. He did that on purpose. You know, he wanted it to be replayable, not too long. He wanted it to be catchy, and he knew how, you know, how to make music. Like, he knew that people want to hear catchy shit, but they also want to hear relatable shit, but they also don't want the song to be too long. Like a 5-minute song nowadays is too long. So he knew to keep his songs at a low length, to only be like a minute long. He knew how to make them catchy, and he knew how to talk about deep topics and make it catchy. He was smart, trust me. He knew what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? He knew exactly what he was doing when it came to making his music, because he knew how to make that shit catchy as hell, but still be some deep shit, but make it short to where it doesn't irritate you. Because sometimes when a song is 5-6 minutes long, you get irritated. You don't want to listen to no damn 6-minute song no more. Nobody does. You know. Juice on the other hand was kind of a I mean this in the most respectful way. Bro was a psychopath when it came to making music. This nigga can make a whole album in a day. That's how good he was. That's how fast his mind worked with music. Like, he genuinely was extremely gifted and extremely talented. He didn't even need to practice. He could just make a whole album in a day. Like, he used to say he used to make like 8 or 9 songs a day and be in the studio all night. He knew exactly what he was doing. You know, I wish I could have met both of them. You know, X a little bit more, but I feel like Juice WRLD's vibe was so good. I feel like me and him really would have vibed. Like I remember seeing a video of him like buying Yu-Gi-Oh cards and shit. I feel like me and him would have been cool as fuck. We would have been like homies like a motherfucker, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. X, I feel like we would have been cool, but I feel like he was a little angry nigga too. Like I feel like he would have tried to fade me and shit when we don't agree with shit. That's the only thing about X. But I feel like me and him would have had some good deep conversations. Cause bro, for sure, it was hella deep. And I still look up his interviews and watch his interviews. And Juice WRLD, I still listen to his freestyles. I think they were flawed human beings, but that doesn't mean that I didn't think that they had a lot to freaking offer. And like I said, I'm really good with energy. So it was like I felt their energies. I knew what type of energies they gave off. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gives off an energy, even if they don't know they're giving off a certain type of energy. You know what I'm saying? A certain type of vibe and frequency. You know, you're vibrating on a certain type of frequency, and some people just don't notice that they're vibrating on a certain type of energy. You know, they don't pay attention to shit like that. Like I said, I'm an Aquarius, so I think of all that shit. You know, but it's just a little fun video that I wanted to give y'all. I might not even name it xxxtentacion versus Juice WRLD. I'm probably gonna name it just xxxtentacion and Juice WRLD, not xxxtentacion versus Juice WRLD. You know what I'm saying? But I hope you guys are having a good day. This is just a little fun video I wanted to talk about. Y'all have a good one. Peace and blessings.